Today's cue cards is, describe a person you met at a party and enjoyed a conversation. So before starting, please like the video and subscribe the channel. So this is the sample answer. I recently attended a party and had the pleasure of meeting a very interesting person. We talked for quite a while, discussing various topics that made for a very enjoyable and memorable conversation. At the party, I met a person named Joe, who was quite fascinating. He was around my age, had a friendly demeanor, and was very easy to talk to. I was immediately intrigued by his presence and wanted to learn more about him. After some friendly introductions, I got to know a bit about him. He had recently moved to the city and was looking for a job. He had come to the party to network and meet new people. Joe was a very educated individual and had a great passion for learning and knowledge. From the start, I could tell he was interesting, and I wanted to learn more about him. We discussed a variety of topics during our conversation. We talked about his recent move to the city and his job search. He was interested in finding a job in his field of study and asked me some questions about my career. We also discussed the city and some great places to visit and explore. We then moved on to discuss more personal topics. We talked about our hobbies and interests, as well as our families. We also discussed our favorite books and movies and our views on current events. It was a very enjoyable conversation, and I enjoyed it. I felt very relaxed and comfortable talking to Joe. He had a very friendly and laid-back personality, which made it easy for me to open up and share my thoughts and feelings with him. We connected personally, and I felt like I could tell him anything. It was a memorable experience for me, and I am glad I met such an interesting person. Overall, my conversation with Joe was a very enjoyable and memorable experience. I felt very comfortable talking to him and learned a lot about him in the process. We discussed various topics, and I left the party satisfied with our conversation. It was a great experience. So this was the sample answer, and if you still face any difficulties, then ask your doubts in comments section.